Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Mogul Master. So first I'm going to start off with a quick sketch just to make sure I get everything in the right place and to make sure that I get everything in the camera. And I know you can't see this, but you'll see it in a bit once I switch over to a Sharpie. But for now, I'm going to just sketch for myself, and then you'll see it in a bit. So don't worry, it'll come up in a second, and you'll be able to follow along. But this is mostly for me, just to make sure that I've got room for everything, didn't get anything cut off, and make sure nothing is forgotten, because sometimes I forget stuff and I gotta start over, and it's easier this way. Let's see, and I'm gonna make sure I get everything in here and draw some feet. I'm gonna draw some shoes and make sure that they are, we're about cutting off there. So see, this is why I sketch. So I got to make sure that I raise it up enough so you can see it and it doesn't get cut off. Okay. And let's see, what can we do? Let's have her waving high. I like that. Okay, that seems very cartoonish, so I'm gonna refine that just a little bit. Okay, I think that'll work. And I think we can switch over to some Sharpies now. I think I got enough in there. So I'm gonna use a couple different Sharpies. I'll come back with the finer Sharpie pen. For now, I'm gonna use the fine point Sharpie that's not so fine. It's kind of big, but you can see it much better and give us better technique. So I'm going to start off with their goggles. Since I've got everything else sketched out, I know where it's going to be. I'm going to go ahead and draw the kind of the point, the middle right there, so I know where to start. Then I'm going to goggle it back around right there. And I'm going to goggle this over here. And then I'm going to go goggling across like that. And then that gives me the shape of where everything else is going to be. So I can come up here like this, come up there like that. And I know about right there is a good spot that didn't quite get cut off, so I won't go too high. So I'm just going to loop it around like that to draw the top of her dome, and then I can draw the bottom of it here. It would be about like that. So I can just kind of come up like this, and then she's got a little extra stuff on the side like that, you know. So we'll just, embellish, have fun, give her a neck, and I can connect everything else now. So let's draw her neckline like that, and I can draw the rest of her body from here because I'm starting to get edges that I can build off of. Now this shoulder is going to be up a little bit because that's how it is whenever you raise your arm, your shoulder comes up. So I'm going to go ahead and draw her straps of her backpack to give me an idea of where everything can be connected. I'm going to draw her chest like that, bring it down to her waist. Stop right about there because that's where her belt is, and that'll give me a good stopping point. And draw her other side, building off of her strap right here. I'm going to come in, again, stop right about where her belt is, and let's just go ahead and cut it off. That way we know a stopping point. So I'm going to draw this arm to the front because it's in the forefront, then I'll come back and do this one. And I know where her fist is going to be, so I'm just going to go ahead and draw it like that. It's going to be on her hip, and I can build off of that. So I'm going to close it off, draw her wrist, and then draw her forearm like this, built off of it from the elbow. And she has that old wrist communicator that everybody has, so I'm just going to go ahead and draw something like that to indicate that it's there. And then we can build the rest of it. So let's connect this. We're going to draw her shoulder, bicep to her elbow like that. So same thing, bicep to her body. And that's done for now. So let's go ahead and do her other arm here, and we can build off of that. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and draw her hand. Her hand, I sketched it out, and I know what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to basically start from scratch. I know that's going to be the bottom. I know that's going to be the side. I know that's going to be the thumb. And see, it's starting to make sense. So now I'm going to come up for the fingers. And I can draw the pinky like that. And that kind of gives me an idea of, do I have it in the right spot? I'm going to come down like this. Draw the other hand. Or the other hand. The other finger. And draw it like that. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the glove that we're going to draw. So let's draw the bottom of her glove. And I can draw her forearm down like this. Kind of following the sketch that I did to the elbow. And I can draw her bicep back behind the forearm and follow it on this side for that. And we pretty much got that done, right? Let's draw her backpack real fast. And since we're here, that's pretty simple. Nothing too complicated about that. She has some skis, I guess, but that's on that side. We're not worried about it. Let's just keep drawing. She has straps on her legs about right there. And I know that from the sketch. Well, I guess I didn't put it in the sketch. I just know that's where I'm going to put them. So that'll give me a place to start and stop. So I can kind of do her leg in like this. I can bring this one down back behind that hand. And kind of crease it like that because these straps are kind of holding in the material. Not too much, but I kind of like to do that to make it stand out. You know, like the straps are super tight, right? And now I can draw the rest of her leg out like this. I'm going to bring it all the way down to her boot, okay? And so the same thing here, I'm going to add some creases and folds and then tuck it into her boot just like that, okay? And let's do the same thing over here, but there's a kneecap or a knee protector that I'm going to just draw like that. And that'll give us something to a guide of where we're going to go, okay? So this is kind of like that. That's holding in her pants as well. So we're just going to kind of crease it out like that just a little bit and connect there. This leg is behind that one, so it's going to go underneath that line. Same thing here. We're just going to go like this, crease it just a little bit. And she has a shin protector on this leg, but not on this leg. So let's draw that in there. So I'm going to come out like this and draw it in like that. And that'll be in the front of everything else. So now I can just connect where the pants would be, do some material, and she has straps holding it. So same thing, I'm just going to do that little material thing I like to do. And then we're going to come down to her boot. And so speaking of boots, let's do this side. We're going to come all the way down like this. And it's thinner than the pants, so that's why I put it on the inside like that. So let's draw these at the same time. That heel's done, so you can't see this heel, so I'm just going to do like that. It's kind of covered up. So let's draw the top of the boot here down to the toe. So the top of the boot down to the toe. And I'm going to go across and up. So I'm going to go across and up. And that'll give us those. So let's give her some treads. And I just kind of like to do those big stair step kind of thing. Just to kind of have some fun with it, you know. I'm going to do some detail real fast. The rest of it is going to be colored. The color is what's going to take care of all the detail inside of her body. So we're not worried about that too much. Let's draw our belt like that. Okay. And mostly what I wanted to come in to do is the detail on her mask. So I'm just going to kind of do like this. Come down. And add the little circular goggolian. Just kidding. That's what I'm calling it. Everything up here I'm calling the goggles in some way. So we're going to add the little goggolian circles in her mask. And I think that's all we're going to do for that. So I'm going to add color to define the rest of it. But for now, that is Mogul Master. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used. Or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.